Welcome in to the new members and to the old members that have found their way back to the community. I need you just as much as you need me. In this morning's update, we're going to go over the fact that XRP is bullish here to start this holiday weekend here, as it is Good Friday. So don't forget to give thanks to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ here on this most holy of weekends to start. But right now, XRP is up 2.56%. We've overtaken the 64-cent handle, and it looks like we're just starting this rally. XRP is back over a very critical 62.7 cent resistance, or 62.5 in current area. Now we're going to be looking to break 65.7 cents, and the target's going to end up bringing us up. Out of here, it says 71.8 cents. But overall, we're trying to get up to that 74 to technical move up to about 73.374 cents. And then ultimately, if we get on top of that, that is when we can have an amazing capitulation here. And we could have a massive rally. As if we could break out of that downtrending resistance on the handle, it opens up the possibilities here in a way that we couldn't even imagine. But we've got to get and break down this bullish handle, because until this breaks down, a cup and handle is very bullish. 85% of the time it will break up. And out of 1,000 times this scenario plays out, if we were doing a case study, out of 1,000 times, 850 times this will go up to $1.21 out of this rotation. Only 150 out of $1,000 does it break down, or out of 1,000 times would it break down under these current scenarios with the environment. And I'll be honest with you, with the new revelations with the Ripple case, it's bringing in investors. Investors are becoming more interested in buying XRP the worse it looks. So basically, the worse it looks in the courts, now that there's that $2 billion fine, now it's coming out. So if you look at XRP News today, Ripple case update and ongoing investigation sparks investor interest. So like I said the other day, I'm more bullish now that they came out with that $2 billion, what the SEC wants. Because now no matter what happens, even if they are ordered to pay $800 million, it's going to look like a huge win because it's not $2 billion. So anything less than $2 billion is going to be considered a win, even if there is some kind of payoff. I don't believe that they have the investors that were harmed, according to the SEC, how they said so many of us retail investors were harmed. That's why they want to impose the penalty. You're going to have a very difficult time even finding one person in retail who's going to support the SEC in that claim. I know I wouldn't as a holder, because the most harm that's been caused is in fact by the SEC, and it's basically caused a price freeze and dump by them ruling it a security in the USA initially, keeping institutional investors as an unregistered sale. So you're going to find it very hard for the SEC to push that case or push that narrative, because any XRP holder you find would never back them in court, period. So it's going to be very difficult to prove that case, and that's a big hindrance on whether or not they could get a positive judgment. So right now for XRP, as we said, reversal candle right now looking beautiful to start. I mean, absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. When we talked yesterday, we talked after that initial surge that as long as we hold 607 area, it was actually 606. We'll just say, but 607 in today's terms, that we were very bullish and that could be a fake out right now. And we know, at least if we don't come down and break this lower low, or this lower high, I should say, down here, and we keep making higher lows, this is very bullish. So ba-boom, 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 bam. We've talked about this so many times. My head, it's almost as if my head's going to jump off my body. Because we went boom, boom, and then even if it was bearish for the retest, as long as it didn't break this area, we were good, we were golden. As long as that inverted head and shoulders didn't bust, we're still very bullish, and it did not break down. In fact, XLM's telling us that XRP might still be a little bit behind, but we just got to see if this is just a rally that fizzles out. We'll know very, very quickly. We'll know very, very quickly if XRP doesn't break 65.5 cents. That's a very bearish proposition here. As we've squeezed within a consolidation, But this is very good what we're looking at this morning on this thinly traded weekend, because the markets are closed today, except, well, crypto never sleeps. But the markets are closed on Good Friday. So we don't have to worry about trading in the stock market. Futures markets aren't open until, what is it, Monday now. Commodities and all that isn't trading. So we don't have to worry about the onslaught within the market. But right now, XRP is on a bullish proposition, and we're trying to break out. We have to get above this little consolidatory formation. One could call it a slight ascending triangle if you want, a converging triangle, but we need to break out of this 50 or 60. Let's put this exactly where it's supposed to be. We need to break out right now on this current push up past 65.86. So if you see us past 66 cents, this is very bullish. If we get past 66 cents, this is very bullish, and that's going to immediately trigger a 10.6% rally. So let's just call it for what it is. If XRP breaks above 66 cents, you're going to signal an 11.6% rally here. It's that simple. We're going to signal an 11.6% rally. Assuming XRP breaks bullish out of here, we push past 66 cents. Actually, I just deleted my other part of the triangle, or the pattern. But if we break above this, we're looking at about an 11% rally. It's that simple. If we break above this, we're looking at a move like this. What's up, Julie? Oh, good to know. But we got, let's see, what is this? It's actually 65.7. And this is about a 10% move. So XRP is on the precipice of a 10.6% pump here on top of what we've done so far. And that would get us up to this pattern resistance. This is such a critical move if we could do this properly. If we could get up, oh my God. It's so critical. This is absolutely vital. If we get up here, we'll be touching this critical 77-month resistance again. I know it doesn't look like it on this chart, but if we look at the all-time chart, that is a 77-month consolidation. So we can see the resistance at 6438 right here. This is another example of, if you can break past this resistance, you're going to start pushing up on this chart. And this is the all-time formation. If you get up to that technical target we just talked about, you're above 72.3 cents. Like, this gets you to the first technical move of 73. It's right there. That's the 77-month consolidation. You can see how it lines up perfectly. So that's right there. The technical move, the 77-month consolidation, ironically. And this is your resistance right now. Once you get past 6429, you open up the door. And then you've got all the way up here to 72, 73 cents. And that is the 77-month consolidation. That's the all-time pattern formation. If we get there and break it, it's ball game on. And we know if we just break out of this handle, the next technical target is $1.21. So there's no reason to even sugarcoat it. So we've got a lot of variables this morning. We know the top end potential, but right now we're looking at that 10% rally. If and when we get over first area 649, and then to confirm the signal of a move up to 73.5, 74 cents, you have to validate it with a break and hold of 66 cents. Let's just call it for what it is, 65.75 cents. So if we do that, we'll be looking very bullish. XRP is looking pretty good this morning, as it's got a little bit of a catalyst from XLM, was up over 4%. I drew this in last night because this is the first area of overextension that we could technically get rejected without pushing up any further. And that's a very key area up there around 14.7, 15 cents. It's actually a little bit higher. It's at this area right here. If we had a failed V-shaped recovery, it could hinder you right there, but I'm not anticipating that. What I'm anticipating right now for XLM is the fact we've broken out, and now we back tested, and we can get a measurement here for XLM. It's not just XRP that's bullish. In this scenario, it would be XLM, XDC, likely Bitcoin would probably start pushing again, but this is signaling for that push up. It's absolutely signaling for the push up. And then on a technical move like this for XLM, it's from here on the support, it's signaling about a 33.5% rally. If we get up to 17.8 cents, if this actually plays out true, it would be very bullish for XLM because you'd break up, then you would back test the higher structure. And if you break that, that's when you can have this big move up here. So we're watching XLM as it could be on the precipice of a 35% move roughly for XLM. But as it is in the shorter time frame, we're looking for this major hit up here, right around 17.2 cents. So there is a possibility that XLM could have a massive rally here. Massive rally, and that's contingent on a hold right there. So XLM's on the verge of a very nice pump. So if you are watching this morning's update, please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube recommends this update. It'll allow not just new viewers, but older viewers as well to find their way to see this content. So basically, if you hit that like button, YouTube will recommend this content. And then if you're scrolling through YouTube, I pop up through your feed. That's all it means if it's recommended. So if YouTube recommends my update, it means when you go on YouTube to scroll through the YouTube, like through your feed, my content will pop up. So out of sight, out of mind, or if you don't know who I am, you'll never find your way here. So hitting that like button and allowing YouTube to recommend us is vital. If you want to show me personal support as we are towards the end of the month, I ask for one. If you could consider sending one YouTube super chat per month or joining Tom's Army and getting the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens in month one, I'd greatly appreciate that. As my 3 year anniversary is tomorrow. Whoa. My 3 year anniversary on YouTube is tomorrow. I'll be here for 3 years on March 30th. I started March 30th, 2021, and I'm proud to say I've never missed a day at work here. So never had a day off, and I don't need a day off. If you're looking to trade XRP, especially in the USA, BITUNIX is in the video description below and or pinned comments. No VPN required, lowest spot and leverage trading fees in the USA. And even if you're looking for futures or leverage trade and not just spot, consider that exchange. Don't even need to do a KYC if you're doing exchange-to-exchange withdrawals and deposit. And then other than that, if you're looking to trade outside the USA for the lowest spot fees, that's MEXC, and that's in the pinned comments below in video description, along with BITUNIX. So take advantage of those exchanges. So good morning, 10:35 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Friday, March 29th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So we just did a heck of a technical analysis there in the first 11 minutes. I wanted to make sure everybody had the information just in case we did end up reversing quickly. But we're looking bullish to start. XRP Bitcoin pairing, it spoke of this push up. We had a massive consolidation, and now it's up 2.6% as opposed to Bitcoin. And we can see we've been beaten down, and we are trying to break back within. Now, we did come down, and if you did get a rejection here, the technical breakdown target could bring you down to 820 for the pairing. But right now, we're putting in a reversal candle. We need to get back above here and ultimately break above 961, and that's going to signal a break up to 1069. That could very, very easily be that push up to 74 cents from XRP. So we could be on the precipice here of a very nice move for XRP. The Bitcoin pairing is speaking of this as well. If we can get back above that big resistance area that we fell under, we could have a nice move here on this holiday weekend, especially with Easter and all this good stuff and Good Friday. It could be an interesting weekend. Bitcoin, now that we've covered everything with XRP, the pairing, XLM we even looked at. Bitcoin is at 70,345, down 444 points or 0.65%. Finally, the Bitcoin dominance is starting to break down a little bit, down 0.25%. We did bounce off of a breakout, though. See, this is where it gets nervous. If you're looking for it, it doesn't appear that alt season has started or even close to starting yet, because this suggests that Bitcoin against altcoins could be getting ready for a big pump here. That doesn't mean altcoins are going to move lower. That doesn't mean they're going to drop. It just suggests that Bitcoin is on the verge as far as the dominance. The dominance is on the verge of a 7.8% rally here. That would mean that 57% of all money going into crypto is going into Bitcoin. That's a lot. Right now it's 53.7%. That means 3.3% of money more is going to find its way into Bitcoin. That means it's got to come from altcoins. It's probably not going to be new money. Now, that doesn't mean that altcoins are going to fall. It just means Bitcoin looks like it's going to have a bigger move. That means Bitcoin is in a bear trap right now. According to the Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin is in a bear trap. We know it's in a bull flag. We know it tried to break out. It came exactly where we said on this uptrending support, except look where it's at right now. All right, Julie, be safe. But we came exactly where we wanted, except we fell below this uptrending support. So there's a few mixed signals here. The dominant chart is suggesting a possible breakout on Bitcoin compared to altcoins. But Bitcoin right now, if it gets rejected at 70,650, that's a major rejection. And we're on the outside of an uptrending support. I still don't believe that this is broken down yet. I almost feel like this is a bear trap, like I said. As we're coming out of a bull flag, and the technical target right now is 75,735. The mid-tier bull flag that we broke down out of is invalidated, so we don't even need to watch that. We've created an expansion zone, but it's pretty interesting because I don't even care about the expansion zone. If we're below that uptrending resistance, that is bearish. So let's just watch this today because something tells me this will probably come through and we'll be at 72,432 before we know it. We're bouncing off of the 200-day. But if I was looking at Bitcoin, that's interesting right now. It's in a very interesting spot. It's in a very interesting spot. We created a nice reversal here. We're up about 1.3%. That almost has an opportunity there if you wanted to go long on Bitcoin and have a very close stop loss. Even if you were doing a spot trade at 1.3%, if it broke that, you know it's invalidated. But right now, there's going to be a lot of people setting up to go short because we're on the outside of this uptrending support. That resistance, if we had at 70,645, is pretty interesting. That is pretty interesting if we were to break down. So you're going to have people going short. Are we in a bear trap according to the Bitcoin dominance, or are we about to break down? Bitcoin dominance suggests, and yeah, we could have a nice consolidation back here because you can see where my bounce target is. But after a little dump here, if we do have it, it's suggesting that Bitcoin is going to have a volatile spike up. This is very interesting. We could have a short-term correction, allowing alts to maybe push up a little bit here through Bitcoin during this thinly traded weekend on a holiday weekend. But after that, it's suggesting Bitcoin's going to have a volatile swing. So let's just watch this very closely. I just want everybody to watch this very closely in case this is all for nothing on this morning push-up. Remember with XRP, and then we got to read this article, then I'm going to release this because it's very important. XRP needs to get over 66 cents, 658. Otherwise, this is invalidated. If we can't break this and this structure breaks down, obviously. If this structure breaks up, we're going to 74. If this structure breaks up, this will confirm a signal for XRP, and we've got about an 11% rally coming. It's just that simple. If this breaks up, XRP has an 11% rally on the books. No doubt about it. It's not debatable. It's 11.37%. And I don't know why this keeps deleting my downtrending support. It's very irritating when TradingView continuously will delete your work. But I'm not surprised, but it's very annoying sometimes when I'm trying to do something and then TradingView decides to just delete my stuff. But if you use TradingView, you will understand it yourself and you won't have to even listen to me because you're going to be complaining yourself because it gets rather annoying. So about 11.97% right there. That's what we're looking for on a breakout. We need to get above 65.8 cents. Call it 66 cents if you're on top of it and you hold support. Breakout coming of about 11.5 to 12%. That simple. So just pay attention to that. And then real quickly, I want to read this, and then I'm going to release this. XRP news today, Ripple case update and ongoing investigation sparks investor interest. So the key points of this article, XRP advanced by 2.11% on Thursday, closing the session at 0.6247, but we did have a retracement down to around the 606 level to liquidate the longs. Investors dusted off the ruling from the SEC versus Coinbase case as the focus returned to the SEC versus Ripple case. On Friday, SEC versus Ripple case related chatter and news relating to the ongoing investigation with the SEC needs consideration. So on Thursday, XRP advanced, blah, blah, blah. There are no SEC versus Ripple case related updates for investors to consider on Thursday. So on March 26th, the SEC published a redacted version of the remedy-related opening brief. Beyond the $2 billion penalty, the SEC asked the courts to prohibit Ripple from selling XRP to institutional investors. However, the opening brief did not appear to isolate post-complaint XRP sales to U.S. institutional investors. The focus on sales to all institutional investors could allow Ripple to forcefully oppose the agreement or argument to prohibit XRP sales and the $2 billion penalty. Significantly, Ripple must demonstrate it made no post-complaint XRP sales to U.S. institutional investors. Proof of no XRP sales to U.S. institutional investors could address the request to prohibit XRP sales to institutional investors. Ripple can also show total proceeds from XRP sales to U.S. institutional investors from the total pre-complaint proceeds of $729 million. Morrison versus NAB, the Supreme Court ruling that the SCA only has jurisdiction over sales to U.S. institutional investors could prove pivotal. Ripple must file the opposition brief by April 22nd and publish a redaction version by April 24th. So again, Ripple's on board with not telling investors the truth. It's just that simple. As long as they agree to redact things, that means we're not getting all the truth and it's BS. I don't appreciate that from Ripple at all as an XRP holder, as it does allow me a stake into what's going on here through Ripple Labs. So that's a Bush League move and a bitch move in my opinion. In the meantime, the ongoing investigation into crypto conflicts of interest within the SEC needs monitoring. Hopes of the SEC settling the Ripple case faded further on Wednesday. Judge Catherine Falia partially granted a Coinbase coin motion to dismiss MTD in the SEC versus Coinbase case. Judge Falia did not grant the motion to dismiss the charges relating to Coinbase operating as an unregistered securities exchange, broker, and clearing agency. Investors hoped the SEC would settle if Judge Falia granted the MTD relating to unregistered securities. Nonetheless, an ongoing investigation into crypto conflicts of interest within the SEC could have more impact. The Office Inspector General, OIG, is reportedly nearing an end to an investigation into crypto conflicts of interest within the SEC. The investigation relates to a central figure from the SEC versus Ripple case. William Hinman, U.S. government watchdog and power oversight, instigated the OIG investigation in May of 2022. So finding wrongdoing tarnished the SEC case against Ripple. The Empower Oversight claimed that Hinman received millions of U.S. dollars from Simpson Thacher. While guiding the SEC with crypto regulations, Hinman said that Bitcoin and Ethereum are not securities. The driving price of Bitcoin and Ethereum, Simpson Thacher was his former employee. So we know all about this. Hinman kept meeting with Simpson despite the SEC ethics division. Hinman returned to Simpson Thacher after leaving the SEC. And then Thacher was part of the group that promotes Enterprise Ethereum. And then the OIG began investigating Jay Clayton after the Oversight Committee, or Empower Oversight, filed the FOIA request relating to Hinman and former SEC Chair Jay Clayton. Clayton filed charges against Ripple on his final day as the SEC Chair. Clayton moved in One River Asset Management after leaving the SEC. One River is a crypto hedge fund focused on Bitcoin and Ethereum. So if you want to talk about conflict of interest, this is why I say we have no representation. Even us as a simpleton, all of us, we're all simpleton. We're not part of this. We're not part of the criminal justice system, or at least part of this case. We're all simpleton, and we can see the bullshit and conflict of interest here. So XRP is a security. Jay Clayton leaves. His last move on his way out to One River Asset Management, a hedge fund for Ethereum and Bitcoin based, makes XRP a security, its biggest competition. I mean, slap me silly and call me Sally, but doesn't this sound like a bunch of bullshit, and why is it even still going on? Don't get rid of your XRP. I'm telling you, at the end of the day, this 77-month consolidation is going to blow people's fucking heads off. It's going to melt faces, just not in the way people think. But this is all a bunch of hogwash and horse shit. The more you see it, the more bullshit you see. Excuse my French, but it's becoming a fucking pandemical bullshit right now. That's what's going on with this case. Excuse my French. But it's a bunch of nonsense going on here. So XRP hovered above the 50-day and 200-day EMAs, sending bullish price signals. An XRP breakout from 64-cent handle would give XRP the run to 66.09 cents, and that's what we're working on right now. We need to get over that 66-cent resistance level, and XRP move through 66.09 resistance level could bring the 70-cent handle into play, and it would. SEC versus Ripple related chatter and SEC activity need investor consideration. Conversely, a drop below the 50-day EMA at 57.4 cent area would drop us down to the 14-day RSI around 50, I think that would drop us down. If we lose the 50 EMA, it would drop you to the 200 at 57.40, but I think that would bring 55 cents in play. 14-day RSI is 51.05. So if it can start dropping now here, we could start going very bullish. 4-hourly actually remain below the 50-day EMAs and the 200-day, holding above the 200-day EMA. The EMA sent bearish near-term bullish long-term price signals. A break above the 50-day EMA at 66 cent resistance would be a move, or a move above the 50-day EMA would push up to 66.09 cent resistance. A drop below the 200 would bring us down to 57.4 support. 4-hourly RSI suggests XRP fall to 57.40. Assuming that's the RSI reading, so don't get caught up with that. That's a lagging indicator. Right now we have an inverted head and shoulders, and I would anticipate a push up before a breakdown at least to 66 point, at least to that 66 cent mark. But it is showing a very strong possibility we could break up much higher. So make sure you hit that like button if you appreciate this update. Hit that subscribe button. If you made it until the end, hashtag be better, do better in the comments.